You are what you think. Those 5 words hold the entire blueprint of your destiny. They are not poetry, not philosophy. They are law. Every moment of your life, your mind is broadcasting thoughts that shape the world you live in. You attract not what you wish, but what you think about most of the time. If your thoughts are positive, your world expands. If they are negative, your world contracts. The mind is a magnet, pulling toward it whatever matches its dominant vibration. Most people fail to realize this simple truth. Your attitude determines your altitude. Stop for a moment and look around you. Every object, every achievement, every fortune began as a single thought in someone's mind. The airplane was a thought before it flew. The skyscraper was a thought before it stood tall. And your future, your wealth, your peace, your happiness, will remain just a thought unless you learn to control it with precision. You are constantly painting pictures in your mind. Those pictures become blueprints that your subconscious mind works tirelessly to build into reality. The subconscious mind doesn't argue. It accepts whatever you feed it, whether it is poison or power. If you tell yourself, "I can't," your subconscious begins finding reasons why you can't. If you tell it, "I will," it finds ways to make it happen. This is why a negative mental attitude is a silent destroyer. It builds invisible walls around your potential. Most people are victims of their own uncontrolled thoughts. Their minds are cluttered with fear, doubt, jealousy, and worry. Mental cobwebs that block the light of success. The first task of any man or woman who desires greatness is to clear away those cobwebs, replace fear with faith, doubt with purpose, and confusion with clarity. Every master of achievement, from Edison to Lincoln, began by mastering his mind. A positive mental attitude, PMA, is more than optimism. It is the conscious control of your thoughts toward constructive ends. It is the deliberate choice to focus on what can be done, instead of what can't. The man with a PMA looks at failure and sees feedback. He looks at problems and sees possibilities. He looks at adversity and sees opportunity. The world does not shape his attitude. His attitude shapes the world. A negative mental attitude, NMA, on the other hand, is like driving with the brakes on. It keeps you from moving forward, even when opportunity is right in front of you. It whispers in your ear, "You're not ready. You're not worthy. You're not capable." And each time you listen, your power weakens. A single negative thought, if allowed to linger, multiplies until it becomes a belief. And beliefs, whether true or false, are the architecture of your destiny. Your mind is a garden. If you plant seeds of success, you harvest success. If you plant seeds of failure, you harvest failure. Nature does not discriminate. It simply grows whatever is planted. The same law governs your mental world. The subconscious mind, like fertile soil, grows whatever seeds you sow. Faith or fear, courage or cowardice, abundance or poverty. You must therefore become the master gardener of your mind. You must guard your thoughts as a millionaire guards his vault. You cannot allow weeds of doubt to choke your vision. Each morning, you must plant thoughts of power, gratitude, purpose, and love. Each night you must weed out thoughts of worry, hate, or envy. Do this daily, and your mental soil will soon yield the fruits of greatness. But here's the secret most people never discover. Your mind will not change by accident. It changes by autosuggestion. The deliberate repetition of thoughts, until they sink into the subconscious. This is the process by which your conscious beliefs become automatic habits. Just as water shapes stone over time, repetition shapes your mind into the image of your dominant ideas. The man who tells himself, "I am confident, I am capable, I am destined for success," plants seeds that soon bear fruit. The man who says, "I am unlucky, I can't win, I always fail," writes those words into the walls of his subconscious, and life dutifully obeys. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Every day you are giving your subconscious mind instructions. You may not realize it, but you are programming it through your self-talk, your emotions, and the company you keep. If your environment is filled with complaints, your mind absorbs the frequency of failure. If your environment is filled with faith, ambition, and gratitude, your mind aligns with prosperity. Choose your thoughts as carefully as you choose your friends, because both will shape your future. Let me remind you of an undeniable truth. Nothing ever happens outside of you until it first happens inside of you. The battle for success is won or lost in the mind before it is fought in the world. If you can believe with absolute faith that you are destined for greatness, then the world must eventually conform to that belief. That is the law of the mind. Right now, as you listen to these words, you are standing at the control panel of your life. Before you are two levers, one labeled PMA, the other NMA. One will elevate you beyond your imagination. The other will bury your potential under the weight of fear. Every thought you choose is a vote for one of those levers. Choose wisely, because the truth is, you were born with the power to direct your thoughts to any end you desire. You are the captain of your soul, the master of your fate, and the architect of your destiny. The key lies within your mind, and the moment you decide to think right, everything begins to move right. The door to your future success swings on the hinges of your own thoughts. And yet most people never realize they are the ones holding the key. They spend their lives waiting for opportunity, for luck, for the right timing. But not knowing that every opportunity begins as a single thought, impressed upon the subconscious mind. The greatest secret of success is not in luck, but in autosuggestion. The art of directing your thoughts deliberately toward your desired outcome. Autosuggestion is your mind's programming language. Just as a computer obeys the code you feed it, your subconscious obeys the commands you repeat. Every time you say, "I can't," "I'm not enough," or "I don't have what it takes," you are writing failure code into your subconscious. But the moment you begin saying, "I can," "I will," "I must," you flip the script. You reprogram the inner machinery of success. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But he didn't mean belief as a shallow wish. He meant belief reinforced by repetition. Belief that sinks deep enough to rewrite the subconscious record. That's the power of autosuggestion. It is not magic, it is mental engineering. Your subconscious does not argue. It doesn't analyze, it only executes. If you tell it you are destined for failure, it quietly prepares the path for failure. If you tell it that wealth, health, and peace are your destiny, it works relentlessly, day and night, to attract conditions that make it true. The subconscious mind is loyal beyond measure, but it must be given orders. Silence leaves it drifting. Negativity gives it poison. Positive command gives it power. Now let me give you a truth that can change your life. Every emotion you feel charges your autosuggestions with energy. Words alone are weak, but words charged with emotion become magnets. When you speak your affirmations with conviction, with burning desire, the subconscious accepts them as reality. That's why Hill said, "Faith is the only known antidote for failure." Think about the great leaders, inventors, and builders of civilization. Edison repeated to himself that he would find a way to light the world, even after 10,000 failures. Henry Ford told himself he would build a car for the masses when the world laughed at him. These were not just dreams. They were repeated commands impressed into the subconscious until belief became law. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they never master their internal dialogue. They repeat doubts instead of declarations. They say, "What if I fail?" instead of "What if I win?" Every thought is a seed, and the subconscious is fertile soil. Whatever you plant will grow, whether it is weeds or wheat. So begin the practice of autosuggestion with precision. Every morning and every night, feed your mind with the words that represent your destiny. Write them, speak them, visualize them, feel them. Because repetition builds faith, and faith builds power. When you repeat an idea often enough, your subconscious begins to believe it. And once it believes, it commands your entire being to act upon it. You may say, "But I've tried thinking positive before, and nothing happened." That's because your words were empty, lacking emotional power. Autosuggestion without emotion is like a seed without sunlight. You must feel the success before it appears. You must act as though your dream is already real. The subconscious cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. It simply obeys the stronger signal. Emile Coué, the French psychologist who revolutionized mental healing, discovered this same law. He said, "When imagination and will are in conflict, imagination always wins. If you will yourself to be successful but secretly imagine failure, your subconscious will side with your imagination, not your will. That's why the picture you hold in your mind is everything. So change the picture. If you see yourself small, weak, and limited, your life will mirror that image. But if you see yourself confident, capable, and deserving of greatness, life will reflect that too. The outer world is merely the projection of your inner world. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. Every day, millions of people unconsciously hypnotize themselves into failure by focusing on fear, debt, and doubt. But a small few rise above the crowd because they deliberately reprogram their thoughts. They treat their mind as sacred territory, not open land for weeds. They repeat powerful affirmations until those affirmations take root. And once rooted, nothing can uproot them. Remember, the subconscious mind does not respond to time, only to repetition. Whether it takes 10 days or 10 years, it will yield whatever is planted consistently. The question is not, will it work? The real question is, will you persist long enough to make it work? The truth is, every habit, every fear, every limitation you have today was created by repeated autosuggestion, but of the wrong kind. You've told yourself stories of doubt so long that they became your identity. Now it's time to tell a new story. Repeat the words that define your higher self. Program the identity you want to become. The greatest of all miracles is transformation, and it begins not in the world, but in your mind. Every new result is born from a new belief. Every new belief begins with a new thought. Repeat it until it becomes permanent. That's the invisible process behind every visible success. The man who understands autosuggestion understands destiny itself. He becomes the architect of his mind and the master of his fate. When you take control of your thoughts, you no longer live by chance. You live by choice. And in that moment, you step into the divine partnership with the universe itself. And as you continue to feed your mind with faith and intention, a strange power begins to rise from within you. The power that attracts people, opportunities, and events that align with your vision. This is not coincidence, this is the law. The law that rewards belief and punishes doubt. The same law that turned ordinary men into legends. So, remember this truth and write it upon your heart. The mind that controls its thoughts controls its world. The mind that controls its thoughts controls its world. But the mind that fails to control them becomes a prisoner of its own chaos. Every great life left by a former customer. Out of curiosity, he played it. The words struck him like lightning. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. For the first time, Daniel realized his failures were not due to fate, but to his mental conditioning. That night he wrote a single affirmation. I am capable of building a business that serves people and brings prosperity. He repeated that line every morning and every night. At first it felt foolish, then it felt real. Soon it felt inevitable. Over months, Daniel's thoughts shifted. His energy changed and opportunities began to appear. A small loan from a friend, a workshop he could rent, and a client who became his first investor. Within 5 years, Daniel Reed wasn't repairing engines. He was designing them, running a company that employed over 200 people. When reporters asked about his sudden rise, Daniel smiled and said, "Nothing changed outside me until something changed inside me. I stopped repairing engines and started repairing my thinking." That's the essence of this entire philosophy. The world does not reward need. It rewards belief. The universe does not listen to words. It listens to vibration. If your mind vibrates with faith, the universe must respond. That is not a theory. It is a law. The human mind is the greatest power ever known. Greater than wealth, greater than circumstance, greater than all external forces combined. And yet, it can be your servant or your master. If you command it with clarity, it obeys. If you neglect it, it rules you. So choose today. Will you live by chance or by choice? Will you repeat the words of fear that the world taught you? Or will you create new commands of power and purpose? Every second that passes is another opportunity to reprogram your mind, to write a better story, to live a richer life. You are not a victim of thought. You are the author of it. You are not a reflection of your past. You are the designer of your future. And when you finally understand that truth, you will awaken to the same realization that every great achiever in history has discovered, that success was never outside you. It was always within, waiting for your command. Because in the end, the difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is not circumstance, but consciousness. The ordinary man reacts to life. The extraordinary man creates it. And when your thoughts, emotions, and actions align in harmony, you become unstoppable. Not because the world changes for you, but because you change the world through you. So, remember this final truth. You are what you think, and what you think, you become. Feed your mind with greatness, and greatness will feed your life. And somewhere right now, another Daniel Reed is listening, perhaps unsure, perhaps doubting, but about to write his first affirmation, whispering the same words that began every legend in history. I believe, and therefore I will become.